What's up, guys? We are back here again in Bainbridge, Georgia, with my boy Sesko. Sesko, tell the people what the hell you played today.
What's up, everybody? This is Giancarlo from the Three Swords podcast. If you are interested in more One Piece content, just check us out. We have podcasts available on Spotify, YouTube, anywhere that you would listen to podcasts. Here today, I'm at Locals. I got first with Zoro. And I do say, shout out to Will. We got the hookup on the promos, as always.
That's that Riz right there.
Yeah, right there. So, we're here at Eternity's Portal in Bainbridge, Georgia. If you're in the North Florida, South Georgia area, come check us out, man. We got a lot of good competition, a lot of good prizing. So, let's get into the deck list. You've probably seen a ton of Zoro deck lists, man. The only difference between this one and those, I guess, is like my desire to play it more of a mid-range control style. And I'll kind of explain some of the choices as we get into them. But we'll start with a pretty standard lineup of one-drops. 4 Nami, 4 Chopper, 4 Otama.
Gotta have these guys.
I don't think I need to spend too much time on this. Consistency, searching, blocking, protecting your battle cards. Your character cards. And then this works. This is one of the most versatile cards in the deck. 2K combo for defense. Playing it offensively lets you neg something 2K. That works with Jet Pistol. That works with attacking. Nico Robin. Obviously, this is like one of the best cards in the entire game. Super well designed, in my opinion. We're gonna play. Here we have some 2-drop 2Ks. These are all Straw Hats, and they're all 2Ks. So mainly, their use is going to be discarding them from your hand to protect your character cards. But Sanji, ultimately, he can also take your life. It's a very popular strategy against Zoro to starve them out of resources by not attacking their life. So you can play Sanji and use his effect to take a life to effectively draw a card. I use this effect a lot. Anytime my opponent starts to stall me out, I can just play a Sanji and then draw a card off of the Sanji. And then ideally I'd wait for a turn where he can attack, but just a super solid card. Quadruple Zoro, obviously.
Gotta have Zoro.
I feel like he attacks. He does just Zoro. I don't know that I need to explain it.
You ain't got to explain
Zoro from hell, man.
Yep. For Robin, this is just a board control aspect again. Early game, it clears blockers, it clears chumps. With Otama, it can clear bigger threats. With Brook, it can clear bigger threats. Just an amazing card. Here we have Double Uta. I really love this card because it draws a card basically, but it does not have any counter power. And as a 4 cost, it's a little bit slow. It's mainly going to be used to add another Zoro to your hand. So you're basically playing 6 copies of Zoro, even though this one's extremely slow. She adds any of these. It's 3 cost or less. You can get Chopper, Otama, Nico, Robin. It doesn't matter. Any 3 cost or less she can grab. So she's very versatile. Just a little bit slow.
What does she makes up for? Because Zoro gives her a +1.
And then she's a great body because the following turn she attacks without having to attach any Don to her. Well, and of course you can attach the Don if you want to. I would describe this kind of as like a zoo deck. I don't know if you ever played Hearthstone, but zoo, you just want to play super valuable creatures. A lot of the times I found when playing the more aggro deck version, you would attack with something and then it would die. So I'll attack with Sanji, Sanji dies, I run out of value, run out of cards. So here we're playing a little bit more value cards like Uta and Brook. So Brook was actually super good today.
Where the hell does this Brook come from?
He's just in a set. Don X1, when attacking, give up to 2 of your opponent's character cards neg 2. So this thing is a board-clearing monster. This thing works with Jet Pistol, obviously. It's basically an Otama on big legs. It's a big version of this. It's a
steroid version.
Steroid version for sure. What's really cool about him is that when you're attacking something, you can neg it 2K, and then this is a 7 because there's 1 Don under this. Usually there's a Don under your leader. So you're swinging 7, and then you're basically swinging 9. So you swing 9 into anything, it's probably going to die. And again, he works very well with Nico Robin. He's really good at I played against Law first round. He was really good against Law because my opponent had the 5-drop Trafalgar Law blocker. He had multiple, and every turn this kind of just invalidated them. I would swing into them, and it made them to where they couldn't block effectively. Just an amazing card for board control, and of course the Straw Hat.
So then if you pair it with Brook and Nico Robin, you swing with this, neg their board, and Nico Robin can just start sniping stuff.
Yeah, exactly. If you curve out, play Nico, following turn play Brook, and you just save them, they just clear the entire board basically.
Stealing that.
Yep. Super powerful.
Stealing that.
Now show them the MVP.
Well, before the MVP, we got the 5-4 Luffy standard. I do think, even though I didn't want to play it as an aggro deck, we still have to have an aggro pivot. So we're playing 8 rushers, technically 10 when we get. You'll see Shanks, but we're playing these 8 rushers because they're still amazing cards. They're amazing bodies. They have the insane value.
Yes.
This is really just good at ending the game. He can't be blocked. You can play him. There are games where you play him. You just equip all your Don and you just boom swing for 11. Like easy. He's dead. Like your opponent's dead. Like he can't be blocked. Just a good body with your leader. He's if there's a Don under your leader, you can just swing him as a 5/7, and he's just really good value. Obviously, you should still play for this. Even though it's not an aggro deck, we want an aggro pivot for something like Kaido. We're not really trying to control the board against Kaido.
We're trying to punch him in the face.
We're trying to punch him in the face, so we need our aggro pivot. This is the MVP. Is the
motherfucking P.
Okay, so like I said, once again, here we have. I didn't like certain cards because you attack with them and then they die. So if I'm trying to play a value control strategy, I can't just have my cards die to free attacks, right? Mm-mm. So let's say I attack with Zoro, Zoro dies, right?
Yep.
Well, this is slow, right? He's huge, he's a 6'8", but with your leader, he's a 6'9". Defensively, he's an 8K. He's fucking huge. He attacks and then doesn't die.
He is on the board, guys.
Yep. So even though you're sacrificing a little bit of speed, this was the absolute MVP today. He was just huge. He attacks leaders insanely because 9K into lead is just so hard to get out of. He attacks other characters insanely because you can make him as big as you want, like for so little Don investment. For 1 Don on your leader, he's a 9. 1 Don, 1 here, that's 10. Like, it's just, he gets way too big, way too quick, and he's extremely hard to deal with because 6 and 8 are really hard to kill. You can't kill him with a jet pistol unless you have an Otama. Green doesn't have any answer to this card in a kill spell.
Nope.
Purple Kaido, there's only the 9 and the 10 drop are the only thing that clear this.
Yep.
So just a very sticky minion. This is actually really bad against blue. That's the only. This makes your deck worse against blue because of
the bottom deck with the Dolphin.
Doflamingo and Mihawk. Like he tempos very poorly into blue, but that's okay. You can just not play him against blue. You have other options against blue as well. This was the absolute MVP today for sure.
Shout out to him. Go get him out the film pack. Go get him.
Get him out the film pack.
Go get him.
Double Shanks. Obviously, again, not an aggro deck. We want an aggro pivot. This is similar to this. It's just a huge body, except he has rush, right? There's probably no better top deck in the late game than Shanks or maybe Jet Pistol. If I have 0 cards in hand and I draw Shanks,
you feel good about yourself.
That's probably the best card I can draw. So I don't play 4 because I don't want to see it early game. I only want to see it late game. And drawing 2, I saw it games. I saw it plenty of times today. Because we're going a little slower, a little later into the game. Just incredible. He felt super strong at 2. I think I'd keep him at 2. Now we get into the event cards for Red Hawk. This is just, I think, a kind of a meta call. We've seen Law just winning and topping a ton of tournaments. This card is absolutely exceptional against Law.
Control their board so they can't shambles.
At the end, you can play around this to some extent, like by making your guys 5Ks. But Law just has too many cards and they're too small to protect all of them. So even if I get like a snipe off of like some random garbage card, it doesn't matter because that is preventing them from playing their game. Not to mention, again, right, what have I said like 5 times this deck profile, right? The problem with Zoro or cards like with Rush is that you swing with them and then they die. But if I can follow them up with the Red Hawk, they don't just die.
And they wasted their attack on that carriage they're trying to hit your life.
Exactly. Oh, and then the shield trigger is amazing. This did happen one time today where you give anything negative
10,000.
So it's just 0 Don, negate an attack, basically. Nothing is swinging for.
Oh, especially you got a kid. They done set up their Don. They got the 3 here. You put that kid in negative 5K.
Exactly,
They're not doing that.
These I've actually like really fallen in love with these 2 cost event cards from every color because this is the closest thing we have to an actual negate. Just 1 card, stop 1 attack, get an additional effect. This can stop a second attack. This can just clear a blocker. I've actually just fallen in love with him with every color. And then forward pistol, right?
We gotta talk about that card.
This is like probably the most hated card in the game, at least from the people I talk to.
I love it.
I love it when I play it. I don't love it when my opponent plays against me.
It's cool when they do it.
Yep, it's cool when they just fantastic. And again, not only do we have Otama pistol, but we have Brook pistol, which I did a ton of times against blue. I played my Brook. And he was unable. He didn't have the Don to Dofi or Mihawk me.
Nope.
I just played Brook on curve turn 2. He plays Virgo. So on my turn, I go equip a Don to Brook, swing, neg your Virgo, and then kill it with Jet Pistol. So that's just one example of like just having like super good synergies in your deck.
And Brook has counter power too, right?
Yeah, Brook has counter power. This deck, sometimes you run into that issue of none of my cards have counter power, but I tried to eliminate that like as little as possible. That's why I'm only running 2 Udas instead of 4 because I wanted.
Don't want to be too cloggy.
Yeah, I put in some 2Ks. I tried to eliminate the clog as much as possible. So that was the super mid-range control Zoro, whatever you want to call it.
Zoro from hell.
Zoro from hell, yeah. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. Check out our podcast. We try to upload 1 or 2 every single week. Like I said, a 3 Swords podcast available anywhere podcasts would be. And shout out to Will here at Eternity's Portal. If you're in this area, like I said, it's Bainbridge, Georgia. If you're in North Florida, South Georgia, come check us out. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Peace.